Because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here we go. Waiting! It's the party now!
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Watch out.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now. 3rd and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Elliott on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Eagles 48, Falcons 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
53, check 53.
Play action. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 41 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Smith trying to run for it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back.
Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. And even 40 yards.
Got it. Hey, Haywood.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 7 at the Falcons' 43-yard line.
180!
54 Mike. Exit, exit.
On second and 7, Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
57.
Now Howard. And he'll go down at the 28. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch the run. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 24.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
51.
Got you, boy.
Play action. Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Ryan. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Let him go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Go. Sweeney!
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Steps away to his left. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
We want it. Come to my world. Space.
Mike, 53.
Hey, exit.
Mike. We got to get the ball, D.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rip left. 36.
Another run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let him know.
Bunch.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.